What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember to always like and share and comment, tag somebody in the videos. I would greatly appreciate it. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. But if you've been following me, you know that recently I reached the 500 interview mark, which has been still incredible to even think about. With that being said, I have been on hiatus, but I will be returning soon. One of my very first guests will be the opening act for Boyz II Men. Everybody knows him as Blaq Rose. I know him as Big Bro Rose. So make sure y'all check out this quick interview that we did. Hope you guys enjoy it. Come on out to the Canfield Fair also to see Blaq Rose open it up for Boyz II Men Monday, September 4th at the Canfield Fair. Check out the interview, and I'll see you guys very soon.
What's happening? This is your man Blaq Rose, and you're watching the Gunther Show. You did.
Rose, what's going on with you, brother?
What's happening with you, man?
Good to see you, OG.
Good to see you, too.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and address this. Y'all can't see this, but this man got some beautiful shoes on right now, all right? If I could get a close-up, I would, but I work for me, and I don't have nobody helping me out at the moment, so it's all good. But regardless, so it's good to see you, man.
Beautiful shoes.
I love it. The shoes is nice, and the ice is beautiful. The fan is hitting.
Yes, sir.
I know everyone was like, I thought Chris wasn't doing no interviews at the moment. Well, look here, all right? I'm on hiatus at the moment, but
special delivery.
Special delivery. And on top of that, we got to give you your flowers, man. Congratulations on the Blaq Rose is opening up for Boyz II Men at the fair this year. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. It's such an honor to do that.
And not only is it an honor, but it's actually it's history in the making, because to my knowledge, I don't believe there have been many blacks that have done anything performing-wise at the Canfield Fair either.
True. I can't recall that happening. You know, I never really, I know it'd be like country artists.
Right.
There's a lot of country artists that open up, or maybe rock artists or something like that. Maybe, but I really never heard anything. So I'm definitely honored to take that.
I think one of the coolest parts about it too, though, man, is, we just got to go ahead and call a spade, bro. Your voice is immaculate.
Thank you.
The stuff that you guys have been able to accomplish is incredible. How did they even, how did you open it up for them even come about? Open up for Boyz II Men come about?
Man, I just put in a call one day. I'm like, man, like somebody actually brought it to my attention, and I said, shoot, why not? Let me go give them my credentials and let them see a few things, and my man Julius Oliver, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I gave him a call, too, after initially making the call. And I said, do you know this guy right here? Ken Bigley. Shout out to him from the Cavelli Center.
Yes, sir.
I was like, Ken Bigley? And he said, yeah, I know him, man. I said, would you, I'll hook you up, bro. He's like,
might as well.
He said, I don't care about none of that. I just want to see you do your thing. So he put in a call, too. And then here we are.
Things like that don't happen every day either.
Yeah.
To have somebody who is in a position to help you out, but on the flip side, ain't looking for nothing in return.
Absolutely.
Just want to see you do your thing.
Absolutely. See, it's cool to have real people. That's a real guy. You know what I mean? And we didn't grow up together or nothing like that, but recognize real. You know what I'm saying? He obviously see I'm a pretty good guy. You know what I mean? And he pretty much probably likes my voice. He likes to hear me sing. So actually, he called me to sing at his wedding.
Yes, sir.
But something happened and I couldn't do it. I can't remember what happened, but I couldn't. I think I might have had a show or something that day, and I couldn't make it happen. But yeah, man, I appreciate Mr. Kingley. Yes, sir.
I mean, you got to
go support his.
I was just about to put that out there, too.
Ahead. You go ahead.
You got to go ahead and show some love to him. If your car needs waxed and washed, make sure y'all hit up my man Julius Oliver. First or Julius Oliver, to be politically correct.
Yes, exactly.
I don't want nobody from the office hitting me up. Chris, you didn't call him by the first word. I'll be like, oh, shoot. But, man, I just want to, give you your flowers, too, bro, because you've been at this music thing for a long time, and your credentials speak for themselves. We come from a very small city where everybody really knows everyone. But I feel like you can't talk about music and not mention your name.
Wow, that's big right there. That's big. And what it is, a lot of people, back, they know me from church, or sports,
right,
and stuff like that. And they didn't even. A lot of people didn't realize that I've done some of the things that I've done. Like, you know, you probably didn't at first. Like, you know.
Yeah, like I think one of the coolest parts about doing what I do is I get a chance to actually develop relationships with some of the people I chop it up with, and I get a chance to learn about it. And you know, I'm learning more about you and your story, bro. Like, you were handpicked by Gerald Levert to be like, come on, let's go ahead and make some more music.
Yeah, well, Mark Gordon for sure. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Mark Gordon as well. And so, yeah, that's an honor, man. That's a big honor. And everything that I've done overseas, I went overseas and toured with Anastasia.
Right.
I went over there and done that. I produced for a lot of artists, known artists, and it's never being brought up in the church and my mom and my dad instilling a lot in me.
Yes, sir.
It never took my head to a big level. You know what I mean? I always stayed humble and stayed me. You know what I mean? Regardless. Like, people be like, man, you should be, if I had your talent or if could do what you do, I'd be bragging, man. I'd be telling everybody. But that's just never been me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
humility is something that doesn't come around a lot these days. And with somebody of your caliber, you know, as soon as, you know, you were mentioning the church, I got a flashback because we all grew up in church.
Yes, sir.
Some kind of way. And some of the best singers come from the church, man. Like, how much, like, just being like real, bro, like how much influence did you singing in church have on you?
Oh my goodness. I mean, it really made me who I am right now, today. Like, as far as, you know, being a singer, my dad watching my father, oh my goodness. That guy was going to a Methodist church and then and shake the walls, man. For real, I'm serious. Like, seeing him do what he did really taught me everything I pretty much needed to know about performing and singing and giving it your all and singing from your heart. You know what I mean? And that's missing a lot in today's music. So that's what me and my son, we trying to bring it back with the same style that they have, you know, mixing, as far as mixing and everything like that. The auto-tune, we got a little bit on there, but you could tell this us.
That's how it's supposed to be. When people are singing, of course, I'm not a singer or anything, but you can tell the difference between somebody that can sing and somebody that just uses auto-tune.
Right. You most definitely can, for sure.
And you guys have the ability to really make people feel your music. You know, I've seen you guys in action, whether it's via Facebook Live, whether it's concert, and y'all have something that a lot of people don't have, which is called a work ethic. Where did that work ethic start?
True. At home with my mom and dad, just, you know, we had to rehearse every week, you know, every other day, really. I mean, but then we have a Friday rehearsal. You have to go to church. I mean, just at home. I mean, then playing sports also gave me that discipline and that you got to work for it.
Yes,
sir.
I mean?
It's not going to be given to you. Even though you may have the given talent, you still got to craft it. You got to hone in on it and you got to shape it and you got to make it you. Like, I got so many different flavors in me from different artists that I love, you know, different producers that I love, but I know how to put it all together and put it in the pot and cook it instead of in the microwave.
Who would you say, and that is actually a very good point because you had mentioned, you know, you can work with all these producers and then make it all come together. Who would you say was one of your favorite producers to work with? Because I know it's been a lot of them, but, you know, just like one of your favorites.
Well, I work with him. Dr. Dre is definitely one of my favorite producers of all time. Just watching him, even if it wasn't me that he was producing or working with, just watching him mix and just seeing how he observes everything and how he computes it like it's like a computer. He's like a computer. Man.
It is.
Like, you know what I mean? So he's one of them. And I didn't work with a whole lot of producers because I was producing a lot myself. So, you know, like I would say Battle Cat, I worked with Battle Cat before. He's definitely up there. DJ Battle Cat, definitely give him his props. I would say I work with I watch Babyface for sure. He's another one.
One of the legends. Another legend. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. Devontae Swing. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. Now, that was one of my, R&B wise, that's one of my top. Teddy Riley is another one.
Yes, sir. You know, you mentioned all the legends and the GOATs. You know, coming from Youngstown, Ohio, we all know it's a very small town. A lot of people don't make it out, but there are very few of us who have been blessed to keep on pushing, pursuing anything. And you just name dropping people like Dr. Dre, Teddy Riley, Timberland. And here you are coming from this small area, but you work with all of those people. What advice would you give to, the next generation coming up that has aspirations, but they feel like they're not going to make it because they come from Youngstown, Ohio?
Number one, you got to have some morals about it. Like, you got to don't just fall for anything. You got to know your business. Learn the business. Hone in on your craft. You know what I mean? Figure out the reasons why. Like, if you want to be a songwriter, figure out the reasons why certain songs are the way they are. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta figure out yourself. You gotta know. You gotta figure out what lane you want to be in. You know what I mean? Like, far as finding, it's like a character almost.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like finding that point where it's different. Like, try to be different. Like, don't try to be like everybody else. Like, try to find your own lane. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's picking from different things and putting it together, that's, you still make it your own. You know what I mean? And definitely keep God first.
Absolutely. That's a given.
That's number one. Don't sell your soul.
That's
just
big.
For the fame. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it in the end. I mean, you could be very big, very large, and still, you gain the world and lose your soul. You don't want to do that.
That's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous thing, man. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Earlier, you had talked about staying in your lane. Was it hard for you to find your lane?
It take repetition, though. It take work ethic, like you said. Like, you got to keep going until you find something. And you know what I mean? And don't be afraid to take constructive criticism from others. You know what I mean? You take what they tell you, and see if it applies to what you're doing. You know what I mean? And don't be afraid of change. Like, don't be afraid to change either. You know what I mean? Like, everything changes every day.
Everything. No matter what it is.
So you can't be afraid to try something different.
I agree.
But you'll definitely find your lane. If you keep going, you definitely will find your lane. Don't ever give up.
When it comes to this area, I'm speaking directly to those of us that are here. And, we see that, Blaq Rose is getting ready to open up for Boyz II Men, one of the greatest R&B groups of all time. What does it take for you to stay locked in instead of, quote unquote, fangirling just because a big name group is coming in town? Because you know how sometimes people hear the big names and they get too nervous and they can't produce and they can't, really bring it. Like, how do you stay locked in?
Just knowing that you belong. You belong there. Like, you have to know that you belong in that stage with a group of that caliber. You know what I mean? Like, you have to believe in yourself enough to just be like, I should be here. Obviously, and I'm gonna show them that I should be here. You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, let's just be honest. Julius Oliver ain't just gonna help out anybody.
That's true.
I mean, it's like, if we're gonna keep it a buck, let's keep it a buck. I'll tell this. I know he probably didn't see this coming. I'm gonna give that man his flowers too.
For sure.
He was one of the guys that helped me get Michael Vick when Michael Vick came here I think it was back in 2019. And
I remember that.
Like, I had reached out to him to see, because I saw he was working with some of the people. I'm like, yo, is there any way that y'all can help me? I was like, bro, give me like an hour. Within an hour, he had the contact. But the reason why I'm putting that out there is because people can see the grind. And people can see if you really about your stuff or if you just kind of, not really taking it as serious.
Yeah.
Like, how do you continue to make sure that you still stand pushing and you stand in your bag and ultimately staying locked in?
Just keep praying. That's number one. Keep praying and keep believing in yourself. Keep like it's certain things that will show you that you on the right path. Like whether it be like somebody come with the same idea you came with, you know you there, you're close. You just got to get that business together. That's all. That's a big thing too, to get your business, get you a team. You know what I mean? If you can get you a team that believe in you, like you believe in yourself, then you could be on. You can make some changes. You can change some things.
Absolutely. I'll be happy when I get me a daggone team together. That's for sure. Because, I'm going to talk about that later, Pete. I'm going to hit on that later. Last time we sat down, you and your son were getting ready to have the concert at the amphitheater. And I know it was a good turnout. And I know that was a surreal moment because you were sharing it with your son. It's not like you sharing it with another headliner, another R&B singer. No, this is your seed that looks 1,000,000% like you reincarnated. I had to put that out there. Both y'all got the same daggone build, same on body structure. Yeah, imagine having to guard.
Not just older.
Yeah, but imagine having to guard both of y'all. Okay, that stuff is not easy to do. All right, but the reason why I bring that up though is because now here you are, 2 years later, as the headliner of, we all know Boyz II Men, they're the headliners, correction.
Absolutely.
But you guys are the opening acts for it. And let's be honest, man, it's an R&B night. People want to hear that nice, smooth R&B. How blessed do you feel to be in a position to provide that?
Oh, wow. I feel super blessed. I mean, very big opportunity. And it's up there because, like you said, my seed, man. It's like I never in a million years thought I'd be still doing this for one, and still doing it with my son.
Right.
Like I never would have guessed it. I never would have guessed it. But I feel super honored, man. I feel super blessed to be able to open up for my hometown, really.
Yes, sir.
And for Boyz II Men, Wanya and Sean, they some super singers, man. So,
but I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. I think Blaq Rose is a super singer too, though.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to show that.
It's only right.
On Monday.
It's only right though, because we just gotta be honest with it. The opening act sets the tone
exactly
for how it's supposed to go.
Exactly.
And a lot of historical people who probably didn't know this, but remember, I think it was back in '99. When Janet Jackson, I believe, had her Velvet Rope tour. People forget her opening act was Usher. And Usher wasn't as, big at the time.
Right.
But you continue to see what happened to him. What do you feel, what do you hope, rather, that can happen with you just as a result of you opening an act for Boyz II Men?
I'm just hoping to, keep the ball rolling and a snowball effect happens. You know what I mean? From here we go to bigger things. You know what I mean? To more shows, maybe. Who knows what could happen?
Go on tour with them.
Yeah, I ain't want to say that.
Something happened. I felt it.
I ain't want to say that, but
Sean Wanye, call him. No, there we go.
Yeah, that could happen. Anything like that.
Most def.
Jumping on tour with them and being an open act, that'll be great. Or maybe someone else will see it, and who knows?
That's the beauty.
It's just a great opportunity.
I was just about to say that's the beauty of opportunities like that, because you truly never know what can happen, and you never know who is watching you. That's why you got to stay ready. That's why you got to stay prepared, and ultimately you got to know within yourself, I can really do this.
Exactly. That's the believing in yourself thing, and I belong here.
No other way to put it, man. Like I said, anybody else I don't feel would have been equipped to open up, because let's just be honest, you got the resume to prove it, you got the track record behind it, you got the fans, you got the following, and you got the voice behind it too. Like, everybody can't sing.
Man, you right.
Auto-tune saved a lot of people's career.
Right. You're absolutely right. Man, I'm just looking forward to bringing it on Monday, man, and having some fun and getting the crowd involved and singing some 90s R&B for them. You know what I mean? We're going to do some original stuff too, but we're going to hit them with that 90s R&B. We got
it's only
to.
Right.
We have to.
It's the best way to do it too, though, man, because they got
the best.
They got Blaq Rose and the Roses. I mean, you can't get no better than that.
Yeah. So we ain't got no choice but to give them what they want. Most
def. Well, if anybody wanted to connect with y'all or support the music, how can they do that?
Well, we're on IG. It is We Are WE are the Roses _official, and it is Blaq Rose, BLAQROSEIM on IG, and I forgot my son's man.
I'm sure he gonna see this and put it in there.
This is only one Rose on only _ something. I don't know. I forgot his. I forgot. He be changing it.
He does. It, so yeah, he definitely does.
I forgot. But on Facebook, Roosevelt Griffin. He's Roosevelt Griffin, and I'm Blaq Rose on Facebook. So
it's gonna be an amazing time. Congratulations to you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you for coming and having me, man. For sure.
Most def. Well, y'all, I'm going back on hiatus, but make sure y'all come on out Labor Day as Boyz II Men is headlining, and your band Blaq Rose is opening up. Make sure y'all get your tickets as well. I've got to put this out there. I got to put this out there.
Everybody come and have a good time.
I was about to say, come and have a good time.
All races, all creeds, all kinds, all colors. Everybody come out, have a good time. Music is love, and we just going to make that music keep us together. That's
and if anybody from the Canfield Fair is watching, if y'all can hook a brother up with a sweet tea and some deep fried Oreos, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, so I'm going back on hiatus. Blaq Rose on the Chris Gunther Show. Cue my theme song. I'll see y'all next time.
You understand me?